Coach, a great win last night over a multi-team that you had seen in the playoffs, and very nice win and a great running attack for the Panthers last week.
Yeah, we ran the ball really well. I can't remember the exact yardage off the top of my head, but I want to say we had at least three guys that were 60 plus, I think. And defense played well. We gave up two big plays. One was at the end of the game, but that's about all we gave up.
That's impressive. We talk about Luke every week, but a touchdown pass and then 3 on the ground. But Jack Johnson, who you said at the beginning of the year was going to come into his own as a player, just got into the end zone. Ben Werner got into the end zone. Very, like I said, and it starts up front with those big boys up front, and they played really, really well.
Yeah, they're really starting to play well. It's like I told you last week, that first game wasn't us, and we made a lot of adjustments with different things, and I think we got our confidence back, and we're starting to roll, and the big guys are really playing well, and we're using a lot of different kids running the ball too. Like we've kind of figured out some roles for some guys, both offensive and defensively, that we didn't necessarily know at the start of the year, and then we kind of experimented with some things, and we like where we're headed.
I think Ben Werner a better golfer or football player?
You have to ask him that. I don't know. And I'm not a golf expert. You do. Like my extent of golf is maybe going to Top Golf and seeing how far I can hit the thing.
He's pretty good at both, I think.
Yeah.
He's tall and lanky. I'm surprised he's not a receiver.
I don't consider him that tall, really. He's more like because he's shorter than me and he's stocky.
He's taller than I am, I think. Well,
yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not taller than me, but he's pretty stocky, and he's a kid that he's put a lot of time in the weight room, and he's a strong kid, especially for his size.
Yeah, definitely, and it's fun to see him succeed. I mean, watching him grow up and see him succeed. But yeah, just a great win. And like you said, the defense played really, really well. When you look back to that week 1 to now, what was the biggest difference for the Panthers? And I know you say that's not who we were in that first game, but what's the biggest difference been?
Defensive wise, I went to a 4-man front after that first game, which I didn't have in before that first game. And then, I put Luke at like a hybrid position where I can kind of let him roam free and make plays. And I mean, he does have some pass responsibility depending on some certain formations, but it kind of lets him be a hybrid player. But with the linemen we have this year, after that first game and watching the film, I'm like, we got to go. I'm going to go to a 4-man front. I'm going to get another big guy on the field and protect our two middle backers, which is I put Tyler McGady and Jack Johnson in the middle. So it's a 4-2. Well, it's a 4-2-5 is what I'm doing now. Mm-hmm. And, I've seen a lot of teams run that. I had never ran it before, but when I was looking at it and I watched the Bobcats a little bit with it, and I thought to myself after that Florence game with the stuff we were giving up, I'm like, this totally makes sense to me. I got a lot of linemen this year. I got a strong safety hybrid player like Luke, and then I can protect those two middle linebackers with 4 big guys in front of them. And it's made a huge difference, like a huge difference. Yeah. I can't even tell you. I mean, we gave up now Florence is good. Don't get me wrong, obviously, but going to this defense has made a big difference. We gave up 180 yards rushing that first game, and I think the last 2 weeks we haven't even given up 20 total.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, that makes a big difference. That's what good coaches are made of, adjustments.
Yeah, and we made some adjustments offensively too with some things that, like, we do with Luke and different things too. And like I said, we found some roles for some other kids in some different areas. We're having a lot of different kids run the ball, things like that.
Yep. Talking with Clint Layng, Jefferson High football coach, Jason Walker Show. Thompson Falls coming to town this week. What do you expect from them?
They have the Boise State commit up front. The big lineman. I think he's about 6'3", 6'4" 270. And if you're committed to Boise State, that means you can play. And he's a horse on the D line. I mean, he's going to be a handful up front. I do like the matchup with my big guys though, and I think they're up for the challenge, and I think they're looking forward to it. And then on offense, he's an offensive lineman, and they like to run behind him, and they'll play him at some fullback every once in a while too to lead block and stuff like that. But he's definitely a kid that jumps out on film. It's Hayden Hankinson, I think is how you say his name. Mm-hmm. But anyway, it kind of starts with him. And the quarterback's a good athlete. They got a good tight end. They have some kids. And then against Manhattan last week on film, I was impressed with how they played the run game. And to be honest with you, Manhattan scored one touchdown on defense and then blocked a punt that set up a easy touchdown. So that 32-15 or 14, or I think it ended up 32-12. It's a little misleading when you get two touchdowns that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Montana State game, was it a catch or not?
I don't think so, honestly. I mean, after I watched it and I was watching it close, and I don't think that foot was down when he had the ball.
Okay. I'm just asking all the coaches. So this week.
Has everybody said the same thing as me?
Mostly. Coach Horn said it was a catch.
Okay.
But I figured all the defensive coaches would have said, "Oh, absolutely not."
No, I don't think it was. Now the other thing is, I mean, they had their chances though inside the 5 twice.
That's.
Yes. I mean, I felt like they should have won that game. And then I've been asking Jared all week because he's usually my inside source on Bobcat news about Tommy Millott, and Jared doesn't know anything.
No, but nobody does. Nobody does. It's I don't think he plays this weekend. I just don't.
That's what Jared says. Jared told me that he won't play this week. That's what, and he said he hasn't even talked to anybody, but he just says he knows he won't play this week.
Yeah, Jared Padmos. He would know. I mean, he's he had a nice little run there at MSU.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed. Najee Harris got me like 1 point in fantasy. The whole team kind of struggled.
Disappointed? You disappointed. You should have been watching that game with me last week.
Well, I texted, in full disclosure, I texted Coach Layng and said, "Really, Najee only like whatever?" And he goes, "Dude, I don't even want to talk about that game."
I was so mad. I watched. I stuck it out through the whole game, but boy, was I disappointed and not happy.
I bet.
I mean, the 49ers are good. I didn't necessarily think it was a guaranteed win, but I thought if they lost, it would be real competitive, and it was not competitive.
No. But I'm going with Najee again this week. I'm going to keep the faith.
All right, they better. I'll tell you what, they better look better Monday night, or there's going to be some problems.
Yes.
The first one is Matt Canada down the road has to happen.
Wow. See, this is what I love talking with you. Outside of the Steelers, it is National Cream-Filled Donut Day. Do you like donuts, and do you like cream-filled ones?
Yeah, cream-filled ones are the best.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite. I didn't even know that was a thing, though.
Well, there you go. On the way to school or during a break, you have to go get some cream-filled donuts.
Yeah, I will.
L&P Grocery right there in Boulders got them.
I think the Sweet Spot has them.
Oh, okay.
In town.
Probably.
That's where I've had them there before.
Okay. Hey, Coach, good luck on Friday night. It's home, right?
Yeah, it's homecoming this week, which is not my favorite thing.
How is it? You were just home. You've been home 3 out of 4 games. How is it home?
I know. I know. Well, at least this year, I kind of gotta, help pick like which week of homecoming, and I wanted a non-conference game instead of a conference game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, smart.
And I'm telling you, we have not played well on homecoming for a while.
Well, change.
Last year we didn't play well. The year before we didn't. I mean, we haven't played well on homecoming. I'd have to go back and look when the last time it was.
Okay. Well, don't jinx it.
Well, I've been telling the kids that trend has got to stop.
Got to focus on the game. Worry about the dance later. Focus on the game.
Yeah, focus on the game, exactly, instead of all the other stuff that goes on during the day on Friday and everything else.
Yeah. Is Luke going to be the homecoming king?
I have no idea who is. And it's already been decided, but I haven't even been paying attention. I hope not, because that means he's not in the locker room at halftime, and that doesn't set well with me.
You would rather do away with homecoming for these high school kids so that they could focus on a football game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean that stuff is a distraction.
It is.
I'll probably find out this morning. I'll ask when I get up there, but I'm hoping that it's none of our main guys that are involved in that stuff at halftime.
Okay. Well, if it is, just remember they're smart and they can handle the pressure.
Yeah. Well, the last 2 years, the way we played on homecoming, I don't even know what to say.
Well, maybe just let the whole team stay out then.
Yeah, try new strategy, new routine. I don't know.
New. Yeah, mix it up a little. Get some cream-filled donuts for halftime and just toss them into the stands.
Well, it wouldn't have hurt. Last couple games, homecoming games.
Oh, man. Hey, Coach, good luck Friday night. And
all right,
good luck to your Steelers and especially Najee. And we'll talk next week.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.